Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's Dark Deception video, we take a look at the latest diary entries from Mastermind herself, Bierce, unlocked by achieving the coveted S-rank status in both Stranger Sewers and Crazy Carnival stages. These audio logs from Bierce not only give us background to her character, but also reveal where the story of Dark Deception is heading. So with a little speculation and theorizing on our part, we can make some very interesting discoveries after analysing these dialogues. If you want to catch up to speed with Bierce's backstory and previous diary entries, check out this analysis video. I'll leave a link at the end of this one, or simply check out my Dark Deception playlist. The basic story so far is that Bierce was once a wannabe actress during the 1930s who married a man called Edgar for his great wealth and connections within the Hollywood movie industry. Edgar was into cult-like rituals and frequently dressed up in masks and robes with his rich friends to play out their fantasies in the garden of his manor by night. Through these ritual celebrations, Bierce encounters a mysterious man named Victor, a man from Europe who scoffed at the rituals Edgar and his friends took part in, claiming he knew real dark magic and that people should know better than to mess with such dangerous forces. He seemed to befriend Bierce and told her if she performed a real dark arts ritual, the demon summoned could offer her success beyond her wildest dreams. But she should be cautious. Bierce ignored this warning and decided to team up with Victor and enact an authentic ritual with a real sacrifice. It is hinted at that they plan to use the maid's daughter.
Victor has shown me the ritual. All we need is a sacrifice. None of Edgar's tramps will do, but the maid has a daughter that might do nicely.
With that said, and if you're all caught up, then let's continue with Bierce's twisted backstory by listening to the first of these two new audio logs.
The feel of the knife in my hand, the words of the ritual echoing across the ballroom, the crash of thunder and the screams of the sacrifice. It's been a month. But every detail is still etched in my mind, as though it happened only last night. I called, and Malak answered. He listened to my plea and tried to bargain with me as Victor said he would. There I was, knife in hand, dickering with a demon, while a girl's blood soaked into my slippers. Finally we came to an arrangement. 7 years and a day. After that, my soul was forfeit. I told him he was welcome to it. The phone hasn't stopped ringing since. Every studio wants me. I've entertained movie stars, politicians, and industrialists. Edgar doesn't know what to make of it, and I don't much care. I've got what I want. I don't need him anymore. Victor has disappeared. The day after the ritual, he emptied out his apartment and left. No one knows where he's gone.
The opening portion of this diary entry picks up soon after the last. It seems as though Bierce did indeed sacrifice the maid's daughter for her own selfish gain, and that by completing the ritual, she came face to face with a demon known as Malak. This is the first time we've discovered a direct tie between these two characters. Bierce summoned Malak while she was still alive on Earth during the late 1930s in order to become a famous and wealthy actress. And it seems the bargain she ended up striking with this demon was for 7 years and a day of success before her soul would be forfeit and belong to Malak forever. Essentially, Bierce not only killed a young girl, but also gave up her own soul for a few years of fame. Which means she was an incredibly short-sighted, naive, and desperate individual with a lack of empathy even for herself. It also explains why Bierce is trapped in this floating ballroom. This was the location she forfeit her soul in, and also carried out the summoning of Malak. Perhaps Bierce didn't fully consider the implications of her actions, or maybe she just didn't believe Malak had the powers he claimed. However, one person who did understand the ramifications of such a deal with a demon was the necromancer who first approached Bierce with the idea, the mysterious stranger Victor. He cleared his apartment and fled town the very next day. It makes us wonder, was Victor in cahoots with Malak, perhaps even recruiting souls for him? Naive and desperate people such as Bierce could be made to sacrifice others to summon the demon and then grant him access to their eternal soul in return for short-lived success. Or maybe Victor simply saw how powerful and dangerous an entity Malak was and was running scared after witnessing his appearance, distancing himself from the event. Whatever Victor's role in all of this, Bierce didn't seem to much care that he had vanished. She had got what she wanted, fame beyond her wildest imagination, much to the surprise of those around her, including her own husband Edgar. So let's move on to the second diary entry now and see what we can learn there.
Selznick wants me in his next picture. Says he'll give me anything. I told him I won't get out of bed for less than $5 million, and if he wants me on set, he'll get Bogart to star with me. I don't care if he's under contract with MGM or not. The little toad turned such a lovely shade of purple. He'll give me what I want, though. They always do. Edgar finally died last night. It took 6 long months and I don't know how much arsenic. Rat poison would have been quicker, but the police might have noticed. I'm almost tempted to let them arrest me anyway, just to see what would happen. I'd have judge and jury eating out of my hand before the day was out. The reporters would have a field day. Finally, a breakthrough in the search. There are rumours of a ring called the Riddle of Heaven, somewhere in China or possibly Tibet. It could be the answer I've been looking for. All I have to do is find it. Edgar's considerable fortune should help.
This diary entry seems to take place over a far longer time period and is broken into 3 short stories set over a number of years. In the first tale, Bierce regales how she was in such demand from movie studios she could ask for pretty much anything she desired. Huge salaries and the chance to star alongside the biggest actors around, whatever she wanted, she got. So Malak's powerful black magic certainly seemed to have done the trick. Bierce was now a major Hollywood star. She even hints at feeling untouchable, even by the law itself, unafraid of police and juries for any crimes she committed. There's not much to say about this, it simply proves how great Malak's powers really are and why Bierce now wishes to harness such power from him. The next short story from Bierce details how she slowly poisoned her husband Edgar over a 6-month period using arsenic. While she had previously stated disdain towards her husband, a man she obviously married for his estate rather than out of any kind of affection, it is still surprising that Bierce decided to kill him, obviously wishing to free herself from his clutches and of course inherit his great wealth. However, this goes to show just how diabolical and untrustworthy Bierce actually is. She sacrificed a girl to become famous and then poisoned her own husband to set herself free. She is a woman with no morals whatsoever. This has been hinted at during Dark Deception, especially in Chapter 3 where Malak explicitly states not to trust Bierce to our character Doug.
Bierce, why not tell him what fate befell the last person that trusted you?
You'll notice how she doesn't have much of a comeback for that one, and now we know why. It is likely we are being duped by Bierce and may end up needing to defeat both her and Malak to escape these nightmares and reunite with our family. The final passage of this diary entry is very different from any that came before it. Here, Bierce speaks of a ring known as the Riddle of Heaven, an artifact she feels compelled to track down despite its current location in either China or Tibet. Quite the journey from her hometown in Los Angeles. So why does Bierce want this Riddle of Heaven? This is the ring altar we are trying to now repair. The altar that once put back together can grant Bierce Malak's great power. As the 7 years drew closer, Bierce decided she did not want to give her soul over to the demon so easily, and so after much research discovered a way to defeat such a being and remove its energy. This is an artifact capable of bringing a soul back from the precipice of hell itself, a place where Bierce currently resides. After all, Malak's hell portal is right atop the staircase of the ballroom floating in purgatory. Bierce is now using souls of others who call out for redemption within this limbo, such as our character Doug, a man who lived a sinful life full of regrets and now wishes to be saved from hell and to change his past. Bierce is attempting to exploit these tormented souls, offering them the chance to help her rebuild this fragmented artifact.
He's right. I am getting more powerful. Powerful enough to fulfill your every wish. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Once the riddle of heaven is solved with the altar's repair, then technically Bierce gains access to Malak's dark powers and can save not only her soul, but also her assistant Doug's from eternal damnation. That is, if she doesn't backstab us first. We'll have to see if she keeps to her word. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specializes in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you're interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.